Hi, I'm Ashley Hughes, and I'm going to present the CREDE standards. And the standard I chose was Child Directed Activity. The first stage is the emerging stage, and this is when the teacher designs an activity and allows the child to have the choice within the activity. So let's say that the teacher decided that the kids could all paint. She decided she let them all paint, and then in that essence, she would have let them design what they wanted to paint. She didn't pick it for them. She didn't say, you have to draw a house. She said, I just want you to paint today at Centers. They were allowed to paint whatever they wanted to. Or maybe it was reading centers that she had them do, and they were allowed to choose any book instead of a certain book that she picked out. Okay. Stage 2 is the developing stage. This is when the teacher designs activity centers and allows children to choose from among them. So let's say that the teacher has 3 or 4 activity centers for the students to do, and she might divide them in groups or say, okay, 4 people can go to this center, 4 people can go to this center, 4 people can go to this center. It might be, a writing center, a painting center, reading center, imaginative play. Both of my kids have had in their younger classrooms like imaginative play, kitchens, dress up, stuff like that, where they can pretend to cook and all of that kind of thing. So that is what I took from the developing stage, where the teacher assigns the activity, doesn't let them do it, but allows them to choose from among them freely. Okay. Stage 3, advancing. This is when the teacher designs the activity centers, allows the children to choose from them, and the teacher engages in the activity with the children. So let's say it's the painting center. Maybe the teacher goes over and, or let's say the teacher does 4 centers again, reading, interactive, writing, painting, stuff like that, and the teacher would then maybe follow or travel among the centers and interact with the children, building on what they're doing. So she might see a couple boys dressing up like firemen. Oh, what does a fireman say? Or a girl painting, and she might say, oh, what is that? And, oh, it's a monkey. Oh, cool. What does a monkey eat? Or what does a monkey hang from or do? Building blocks is another one. A child's obviously using their imagination when they're building blocks. Maybe they're building a castle and she can say, where's the moat and the alligators? Just different things to involve and evolve the children's mind from what they're already going on. Enacting stage 4 is the teacher encourages children to generate their own ideas or creations within the activity and assist with future development of expansion of the activity. So I went a little out of the box on this one because I, for some reason, imagined my child. My son has autism, and I know that when they're trying to get him to count or to say the alphabet, he jumps on a trampoline. So it just imagined, him in his free time in his autism classroom, and they were saying, okay, she said, you have your free time, go do what you're going to do. And maybe what he's trying to do is line up the animals. As you can see, I have his animals up there. Those are his favorites. And she's trying to, I can see the teacher, oh, what does a giraffe say? Oh, what does an elephant say? A hippo, and just expanding on this, free time. He's lining up his animals, doing what he needs to do for his, autism sensory processing needs and his free time, but she is developing his free time and expanding it into a learning activity. My son, who is basically considered nonverbal, can count up to like 200, and I know that is because they have him jump on the trampoline while he's doing it. So it's an amazing strategy to use. Okay, let's move on. Okay, stage 5. The teacher engages children in an activity generated by children's own ideas or reactions and assists with further development or expansion of the activity. Okay, so this one took me to the video that you're going to watch in a minute or so. What it says to me is that the teacher lets the children decide the activity. So maybe the child decides the centers, what they are, what they consist of, how they are. So basically the child has a blank slate and says, today I'm going to do this. And it could be, I'm, going to take this dress and these Legos and I'm going to build a castle and be a princess. Or I'm going to take this paper and I am going to make it into a dinosaur. And then the teacher is there just expanding on this, oh, you're going to make a dinosaur. What color is the dinosaur going to be? What else are you going to do with the dinosaur? What does the dinosaur say? Wow, you're going to be a princess in a castle. How big is your castle? How many rooms does your castle have? What color of dress are you wearing? Just developing that activity further. And another activity that I saw was they were painting, but the kids were making the paint. So they were taking water and crowns and spices and leaves from the spices from the kitchen, leaves from the garden, and they were making paint to create their own paintings with. And it was just, oh, well, why did you choose that one? And how are you going to, make it look this color? Are you going to add a little bit of yellow or whatever you're going to do? It's just expanding on that to, what does green and yellow make? Expanding. So that's what exemplary stage 5 is. And then last one is the video that I want to show you. And I'm just going to show you a couple of minutes.
And what are you going to write to me? What are you going to write for me now?
Well, I'm not going to write it. I'm going to make a book.
Okay, a book it is. Oh, Will Learheimer, did you sign in?
I'm going to skip a couple parts.
That's interesting. What's that, the picture? Is that the beginning of your book? That's the first part of the book? That's the cover page?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like me to get you some markers so you can do like different...
Well, I need to paint this color.
Okay.
Can you do a strong tape?
Let me get some strong tape.
Did you notice how the teacher was asking the student about their book and, what they were going to do and just kind of building the book up instead of just drawing with a pen? Are you going to, add some markers? And the student asks for some really strong tape to put the book together with, and then the teacher comes back.
Here's some markers if you want to add more color, and then I'll fix this tape for the book. No, you have to make your own book. Would you like to make your own book? Oh, I bet you know how. You do. Do you know any stories? Well, just think of a story. Like, think of a story by starting once upon a time. Okay, why don't you make a pony book? Okay, let's get the paper.
Okay, so I think this is a really good example of how the teacher just allows the child to decide what they're going to do, and the teacher just helps build the child on it. Well, I want to use his book. No, you've got to make your own book. Oh, but I don't know how to do that. And she just gives, just little ideas for the student to help encourage and push them to succeed in making their own book, and they go on in the video, and she helps her with a pony, and well, does a pony have a head? Oh, what are you making there? Is that the tail? And just what body parts does a pony have? Legs and tails and heads, and they just keep going on and on and on. So that was my presentation for the CREDE, CREDE video of standards. So have a good day. Thank you.